Mr. Cruz. This man might be cruising in his cruiser. Good afternoon.
Hey, you man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Lord. Mr. Cruz.
Yeah, man. Afternoon. How about?
Good afternoon, sir. How are you, sir?
We're there in a good health and strength. Sun is shining and we're alive and
See that?
everything is up. Right.
I was just telling the people in Toronto, Canada, the people in Atlanta, the people in Silk Road, the UK, that they refer to you as the most charismatic entertainer worldwide.
Oh, yeah,
worldwide. Mesmerizing the effect you have on the ladies, man.
Yeah? Oh, yeah, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, as promised, we're talking to Anthony Cruz, checking in all the way from the nation's capital in Jamaica. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, man. We're there, man.
Right, Tiller. When I mentioned the first blast I put out about you coming on the midday jams, brother, I never knew. Well, again, I know that you have a connection with Florida people because you reside in Florida for a while, but I didn't know that the people of South Florida and Toronto can love you so much, my brother.
Well, those are two places that I've been over the span of my career, and I've been a very good fan base. So, no surprise, you know, and we just send back the love to you because it really kind of started in Florida, you know what I mean? As far as everything and been from a sheep, from Mike Russell and Honorable and all of them, you understand? So it's been, as I said, start off. So, you know, the love started from here. That's where I got my first number one.
Wow.
Just call mine. So, huh?
No.
When I surprised, when I left them on that time, I was just here, a couple weeks ago, no, last month, you know, birthday celebration. It was nice, man. Beautiful.
Indeed. Now, were you born in Mandeville or you grew up in Mandeville?
Well, I was born in Mandeville. My mother and father born in Mandeville. Went to Manchester High School, and my mom got pregnant when she was 17, and there's an Anthony Cruz from her. There's an Anthony Cruz was born right on our Grace Hospital, and that's when I'm asked. So, yeah, man, I'm born and from Mandeville. I have a fan. 90% of my family is from. Yeah, I have a very good family, by the way. So,
now, you're from a musical family background. Is that where your inspiration come from, or you just realize that you another talented God just give you a talent, or you figure that it came from your musical family?
Well, the talent is something you have to be blessed with. But definitely, I was given a talent, but at the same time, I got my inspiration from not artists, But I can remember going to school. I used to go to Woodwood Technical. I can remember going to school and Garnet till going to Kingston and general degree at Osaka, I always admire that and say, yo, I love a singer, and then I discovered, I knew I had a voice, but at the same time, I never really know which direction. When you're young, you just sing at your school and classroom and then and over the years, I just keep pushing and develop myself in our way where right now, one of the greatest vibes out there right now,
For real, my brother. We mentioned South Florida a couple of years ago when you worked on another legend, Willie Lindo, in South Florida. Were you under heavy beat management at one point?
Yeah, man, that's where everything kind of started. That's where, as a matter of fact, I used to live in New York. Because I left Jamaica when I was like 16 to live in New York. And then when I went to New York, I was introduced to Willie by Willie brother named Junior. We used to run a printing shop on Jamaica Avenue. So while going to school, I used to go to Andrew Jackson. While going to school in New York, you know, them times their cassette and thing are running things. So usually after school, we usually go to one of my brethren house in Flex International of a sound downstairs, and we usually flip over the record and we just record, run the version, and then record it on the cassette. So Junior now heard my voice, and I said, "Oh, you have a good voice, man. You know, you think about going to, you know, music and go to Florida." And I said, "Music, Florida?" Mama tell them, I tell man music and Florida. We reached Florida a long time. And that was like my dream, but at the same time, I never really know the direction, you know, which way to go. But you know, you have to know producers and link and things. And from this on, trust me, man, it's been non-stop.
So from there, you went back to Jamaica and hooked up with Fifth Element. Was that immediately after?
I've always been back. All right. You see, when I'm living in New York, I've always been back and forth to Jamaica. So it's stopped. I've never. Jamaica a big break. I always have to go back and forth. College is very. Look for my family, very. Try to find some of the label them down there, same like Bobby Digital and all of them in the John King Jamaica. Even though I was working with William, I still try to get on some of the Jamaican label them. I always hear the tune them up. You know, the big tune them up, same way. And it's just been, none of them never denied. From Jammies, John, and Bobby Digital, Carpio, everywhere. You know, I buy it on a record, so, and I just feel love on everybody's show. It wasn't that hard for me. It wasn't that hard. And then, while doing that now, that's where I got songs like Turn It Up from King Jammies, You Got It Bad from Mixing Tinker, Maria, King Out Chemist, Halfway Tree, Them Block the Road, all them. You know what I mean? No Gonna Dance, Stone Love. I mean, they're everywhere in the road. Every studio I'm there. You know, and it's just been, in a 1 year, I have about 4 or 5 tunes. I can remember I had Halfway Tree, Turn It Up, Facebook, by the way, and Bujo. And I think You Got It Bad. Now 1 year, 4 number 1, 5 number 1.
For real. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just tune in, we're talking to a very, very unique artist out of Jamaica, Anthony Cruz. Let me fast forward to 2012, as we are broadcasting on Silk Radio right now as we speak in the UK. And 2012, you were nominated for the best male reggae artist in the British chart. I think it was the British Reggae Industrial Award, if I can remember. For best album of the year in Europe.
Yes, man. At my first entrance, it just be a great thing. Father just blessed me and people up a voice, and you know, I just decided blessed. People are buying my record. Them time a record I run a place. I'm a bridging them, I buy my record. Them and I just buy a record, you know, some music cool with, and then, you know, the man and pound the record shop I sell, and you know, that's pass with them the era. But I started when I was young, so not for the song them, where a lot of here when I sing I like 17, 18, 19, and then you know, me on the rhythm them with the big man them. There's a lot of people that thought I was a big man. I think big people, me like, you know, like you know, everything, and so my name has been out there for a long time, but a lot of people never used to see my face because them time they you know have internet and them things like now where man can see your face and everything. So just the name, you know, just name I carry your name. Yo, you're a new Cruz, and so you're a 3 Cruz record I sell and everything. So, you know, me myself, we used to sell my own record in Florida, same way.
Same stuff.
My shop ranking with Lauderdale. So it's just a joy and they've been through all aspects of it.
Now,
Yeah, man.
one of the biggest songs, I think this combination that you did with Buju Banton, I think that song was written way before its time, because if you listen to the lyrics of what's going on today, let me just remind the listeners of what I'm talking about. Stand by. Now, Anthony Cruz, tell us how this combination came by, because as Buju said, he used to now live past 40. The place too bloody, and everything that was written in this song is happening today in 2025.
Well, first of all, you see, when you're writing music, you have to write music, and being an artist, you have to stay ahead of the people. You know, so that is one thing. But this song was created where a youth named Papa Ross have a rhythm and invites up everybody. I think Morgan Heritage is on that rhythm, Richie Spice, Sizzler, everybody. I was the last person to voice on this rhythm. And him see me in air traffic and I said, boy, I'll go around my rhythm. And I said, no, man, I go voice it, man. And my brethren, Black Pearl, you know, comes together and we write the song, Facebook Bloody. So I had my voice song now. I had a song in my beat. I drive around and, you know, I listen to it and things. So I park, we just showed up on Reddy's Road one time. I see him at the gate. And I said, John, no, I put you that. Can't pass Buju like that. No, I reverse and I said, boom, and then fly the. I said, God, I don't have one tune here. You know, because at the time, you know, all of the violence that are going on in the dance, we lose vocal, couple man, and, you know, they started to run a little way where, I mean, I say, you know, so we need a song like this right now. Yeah, man. A song like this. And I say, let's put that tune and play it and make him hear it. And I said, what a big tune. I asked me for Fifth Element tune. And I said, no, I want to look at you named Papa Ross, you know. You know, and then come from what, Portmore. I said, all right, check me tomorrow. I said, all right. You know, one of them, you know, rare. But anyway, I take up the alpha, get the tape and make sure myself in line, get the rhythm and the tape and everything. So, not itching, not go on, you know? And got the tape and leave the tape in the studio. And people come forward, whatever, come, say, door lock and thing, and look through him that I say advice for the rhythm and I said, John, Buju is one of my favorite artists. I didn't know that. Before me even get the big break. Now when I live in New York and Buju them around the place as some little youth, and I say, yo, the man advice not normal, the man advice are just unique still. You understand? And, you know, the tune pies up and thing, and I said, John, no. So I said, yo, I'm rich now, you know. I'm rich, I get that tune with Buju. Yo, big, yo, it was a joy for me, you know. And then set it off, and it became one of the biggest tune on the rhythm. Europe was just relevant at that time and relevant right now. So when you write music, you have to write music where stay forever. You know, stay forever. And I just say, that's me say I go on to Jamaica right now. You understand? So when we can have songs like this to remind the youth them to listen, put on the gun, cut the war and the violence, because it's not going away. It's just either funeral or jailhouse. I just decide there. I mean, I can't understand why the youth them can't say that. You know, I know say in the ghetto to be a dan or to be a gunman, keep them, glorify them. But it's bigger, there's a bigger picture than just being a dan or a gunman killing people, the money or fame or whatever. Because I don't see why I'm do them. I don't see that, you know. Because every day them at it and police are kill them and you can't have one life and not give away your life. So it's good when you have music like this, you can remind the youth that that's not the way to go. So that's how we came up with that.
Well said. Well said. There's a song you wrote for the leaders of the world. where the former Prime Minister Bruce Golden endorsed a song big time during the Tivoli Resolution Project. And this song also resonated in the minds of gangsters as well, where the Prime Minister endorsed the big tune. Was it another vision that you saw?
Another what?
Was that another vision that when they write the song for the leaders of the world?
Yeah, you know, when most artists, you know, real artists, them, you know, I talk about, you sing reggae music, because reggae music, you have to be inspired to write certain things. You know, you can't, you know, just get up and just do it like that, you know. So you might just float in one day, and the Father just send you an inspiration. So all of my songs.
Hey, hold on, the Cruz. Hold on, I'm gonna take a very short break. Don't go nowhere. Stand by. Real short break. Hold on. We're back with one of the greatest voice out of Jamaica, and Anthony Cruz. The ladies in the chat room. I bless you up hard, my brother. They say they love Anthony Cruz.
You love, man.
Yeah, so again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, we are broadcasting on Radio North Radio, Toronto, Canada. We are live on Silk Radio in the UK, Atlanta, 1010, WGUN, 50,000 watts of.
It was kind of written before its time. Because instead of writing a song, you know what went down from there. So, you know, I'm not going to write nothing negative. I'm going to write on a more positive side. So, gone back down nice. Like, you understand? Because sometimes when you write some song, you know, you kind of fear. You know, I keep reminding the people of what happened. Sometimes you have to write some song, uplift them and give them back a vibe, in a sense. You know what I mean?
True.
So that's how we came up with that. And big tune. That tune in a bus yet still, you know. We have a video feed and everything, you know. But as I said, sometimes we have to stay ahead of the people and write some song ahead. So that anytime downtown get nice back again, downtown and them. You understand?
Now, I'm getting this text from Scarborough, Toronto, Canada, and they're saying that I must play this song here, which is also one of my favorite tunes. So let's take a listen to this big tune from Anthony Cruz and the track entitled Only the Father. Check it. Hey, Anthony Cruz, you say anyway you perform. And I know you performed recently in Ocho Rios, and yeah, brother, I have to follow you, but
anytime it's fantastic, it's like just a lighter.
I'm going to tell you, Rasta. I know Rasta.
But I'm far away. So let me touch a mic and touch a step. Straight. Lift up. Lift up.
Real time.
Because the most I get a poet of the voice and the music, you know the music, and you have a good clean energy, your spirit clean, and a God you say, and a Rastafari you say. Right. Come on.
Now, I'm gonna share something with the listening audience where I think a lot of people don't know about you, and I'm not talking about the collaboration with Beenie Man, the collaboration with Luciano, the collaboration with Capleton, and the list goes on and on and on. I'm talking about giving back to the community, where you develop charities with the NFL player Corey Mays, who, as you know, he played for the Kansas City Chiefs. Derek Williams with the Detroit Lion, and the New Love Foundation from PD, the former assistant Farnsworth Bentley, and the literacy program in Belize back in 2011, and giving back to the children. Tell us about that, because we hear about so many things that these artists have done and things they haven't done. But when they're doing good, I don't see them highlight some of the good things that you guys have done or doing. So tell us a little bit about that community development charity.
Yeah. Well, experience, you know. That was a whole bunch of people coming together. I just said, NFL player. We're so many together to do that charity, and went to Belize. And we don't only do that in Belize. We do it in Jamaica. We do it everywhere. But you know, sometimes everything we not really we call it now. We not highlight. Sometimes we just do some things and just let it be done. Now if you highlight it and front and it be area and I say, yo, send back a girl to school and I do this and I do that. Because if you do something, I think you should do it from your heart.
True.
You understand? And you know, if you highlight and I look hype or I like it. And that is not the mission. The mission is to, you know, do good music and love your class. We do a whole lot of that, man.
Well, that's why we, the radio people, have to highlight these things, because you guys are doing some good work, and it's not about showing. It's not about getting likes. It's not about getting ratings. It's not about the award. It's about the reward. I mean, people like you.
Even with the Jamaica, when it comes to school, I have my phone ring from the left to right. I mean, I talk people, I talk artists same way, I give them strength same way. Because, you know, some man, you know, things up and down in the music, so you know, you still have to knock 2 months to don't make him go sell it and give it some kind of theme thing. And, you know, so it never stops. And that is what one of the good thing about me when it comes to the music. I love sharing and giving back. And I have to highlight. A man come and say, yo, you know, it's a singer, you know, Ray, start off with God, come and say, all right, send where I send, I'm send where I send. Because I know what it, I'm been through it, you know? So it's not like, he's a countryman. I mean, I come from the ghetto. Because I'm not from the ghetto, I'm Mandy, a countryman. But at the same time, you know, most of the people in Jamaica, we're not born rich, but at the same time, you use your talent and do what you have to do to get what you want. I mean, grow up a car water, tie out coat, all of them something. Do them, that's them the thing. Understand? Go to school with $500 and you come back, you have to, you want extra, you have to eat off the whole night and walk from home. Because we don't come from a rich family, but at the same time, come from a talented family. So I just use my talent, get to me once, I used to bring me right now. I have to give thanks to the most I from my voice, talent, and reggae music.
See that?
You know?
Another big tune that went globally, that went worldwide, man. One of the biggest tune, even today, that tune now. Check this out.
When you want to meet a country girl, when you want to meet a uptown girl, when you want to meet girls will work a bank, girls will look up frank, just go to Halfway Tree, go to NCB, right side of the clock, go to Halfway Tree. Grown a mother say the boat more bus them come stop out to Halfway Tree.
Another big tune for Anthony Cruz, man. Yeah. How did that come by, my brother?
I said that tune was produced by my brother Big A from IRFF. And him said him come give me. Because I got through Halfway Tree one day and I said, John, what's that? Oh, so much man, they out there, so man. You can just imagine that you have a man from every parish I go through Halfway Tree. And so said, just put it together and I tell you, man, it's one of the biggest tunes. Yeah, man, big tune. That tune, anytime I sing it, I remember that just hold out the mic. that is one of the biggest girl tune, man, I like.
Great job. Now, before we go into the brand new track, also another song, another big tune called Them Block the Road. What was the story behind that one?
Well, as we say, we write for the people them same way. So, you know, when things go on in Jamaica, you know, for them result is to block the road. So it's just an inspiration of living in Kingston and see my black road.
This one here, listen.
Yo, Cruz, I want one through there. You see one big gallery up there on the road. You know, say close to the gate, a whole back road there, you know. Check it out, them block the road. Just a club in come and dance last night, and you know, say me well was sleep. But before me coulda reach and me get me see want something like a the sheep boy. 2 hell ever stone fridge washing machine and 2 old piece of car.
Now tell me something, bro. I realize that every one of your songs that you write, you're telling a story. And it's so easy to connect with the song because you can visualize what you're saying. Did you learn from your uncle the late Garnet Silk? Because him also tell serious reality stories.
Yeah, but most artists, the great artists, them write and tell story, because if you're a great artist, you know that story resonates with the people, and them can, when you sing, people can visualize what you're saying. Mm-hmm. And so, as an artist, and I like dancer where a man just can just say phone card, and just some because people are repeat themselves and think you have to sit down and hold a meditation and get your grammar right, and your verb, and your noun, and your pronoun, and your adjective, and your English up. And write a song where people can relate to. So yes, man.
Benjamin, I'm glad to touch a point there because as it relates to the music industry and the now generation that coming and the longevity of the music. And you know, I learned some things. San Diego de la Vega was the capital of Kingston, Spanish town. I learned that from the music. The chapters of the Bible I learned from music. And now you're mentioning punctuations and things of that nature in the music being articulate and putting the words together. Besides, you've worked all the big shows. You've worked Sting, you've worked Ivy Jamboree, GT Taylor Extravaganza, you've worked with Salute, Reggae Sunsplash, St. Mary Will Come From, where Capleton promote, Stone Love Anniversary, and the list goes on and on and on. Which is, before we talk about the brand new, which is your favorite Anthony Cruz track that you have?
My favorite? Oh boy. You know, say, when I say halfway tree, no gonna dance. One man I bring gun come a dance. Play stupid. What's of them?
Alright, so
each one of them that differently, you know? Have a different meaning, and the people that take it down in a different way. So I love all of them.
There you go, so. Let's fast forward. Let's fast forward into the brand new track called Hot It Up.
Mash it up, baby. Anywhere you go, you just hot it up, baby. Start for every show. That sexy body where you happy for the man, them weak. Them girl out the road, them just can't compete. Then in a see a black woman is so sweet. Baby, you are lit. You just mash it up, baby. Anywhere you go.
I said the first time I hear that tune, my brother. I said the first time I hear that tune, my brother, it got in my system, G. Yo, terrible, my brother.
Independent person, man, most of them look good and them have on them nails and them carry themselves and them smell nice, and anyway them got them create that scene, you know? You know, them have a video that song there. I'm in a video it, but I'm going to video it. Yeah, but someone still got the spill. That's international.
I tell him, brother, I said the tune, man. Immediate hit. Immediate hit.
Come on.
Now, before I let you go, my brother, there is a topic I want to ask you, and again, one of the reasons why I'm going to ask you this, Anthony Cruz, is not to, I know it's tough and it's not to bring back memories to you, but to help those who are going through that situation, and especially when we found out over the weekend that this big man raped and killed this little girl in Jamaica. And I know you in South Florida, my brother. How did you cope with that, Anthony Cruz? Are you still? And I know it's not easy to say, boy, you get over this. It's very hard. How does one cope with that, Anthony Cruz? Because there are people going through that right now. What advice would you pass on to a parent that is going through that situation?
To be honest with you, it's not something you can, overcome. You can't overcome something like that. Cause that's my only daughter. She was 15 years old, honor roll student, and all of that. You understand? And even, in the news where with that pop-up, no one said it, and the news right now where we are talking about the 9-year-old, it just bring me right back to that, and we just want to take the time off to plead to some of these Jamaican men. I don't know whether I eat or whether I drink, but some of these Jamaican men are very wicked and evil. And I said, I'm not saying everybody. I have a set man. They love kill woman and love kill. And I despise them so much. Because me a youth that. And more time, when even after the whole thing, enough time I go in the street and stay at certain things, and I tell them I get big time of myself. But my faith kind of hold me still, and I can see why certain things can't stop, because when you take somebody, a loved one from somebody, especially their mother, their daughter, or somebody close to them, a man will retaliate, and that is why it can't stop.
Can't stop.
Me never retaliate still, you understand, because me kind of speak a different way, because, I mean, it was just one of my worst nightmares, and still is. And me know life go on, and me have to live with it. You understand? But as far as the parents out there, my advice to you: things happen in our life where we not really have control of. You understand? Because me have to just river every morning. I have to just Psalms 7, 8, 9 Psalms a day. Pull it up my bun. Me not tell a man to go upon me, but marijuana was one of my refuge where I just feel like I go mad if I never burn a split to calm me down. And I stand there and say, and just I ask them the most I say, just calm me through, And it took me out of the music for almost 5 years. About 5 years, me just stay there and stay so. Because I never said that I come nowhere in my future.
Indeed.
You understand? It's a terrible thing. So, as I say, just well, I don't even know where to tell you, because sometimes things happen and we can't know when something will happen. You understand?
Sure.
And like you can prevent certain things. Can't prevent certain things happen, we can't prevent certain things. And sometimes we wonder why it happened. You understand? But as I say, parents, just stay close to the Most High, because we see how people are. People are very wicked and evil. Understand? So we just stick close to the Most High. So we put God first and we put Jah first, and everything else come out. You understand? So if a comfort, if a guidance, for whatever it is, we assist me with that,
Give thanks. I'm going to play one final big tune, my brother. When the first time I hear that song, I think I called you, must about 20 message on your phone, because I was driving to Atlanta and I listened to this song. It's an 8-hour ride. I listened to that tune from Florida to Atlanta. Listen to this.
Maybe you wanna give me kisses, sweet, but only for one night with no repeat. And maybe you'll go away and never call. And the taste of honey is worse than gone at all.
Mr. Anthony Cruz, any way you perform, me make a trick. You don't even know so many of the artists, brother. The last time you perform, I watch a real Smith did it. Yo, me say, let me tell you so. When you go up on stage and hits after hits, just like the chat room right now, the people in the chat room is a bless you, my brother. I'm not telling my brethren. I just want to say, continued success, and my brethren, you are one of the humblest individuals that I've met in this business. And right now, like I said, bless up some people in Canada, bless up, especially in the UK who are listening to you right now. Atlanta who are listening to you right now, and not to mention South Florida, your home, my brother. Bless up some people.
Well, definitely. We want to big up everybody in the chat. We want to big up Captain Kirk, because from Florida days, you beat Cruz, You know that, I just know.
Yeah, that's it,
That's the whole of South Florida, the whole of Canada, the whole of Which part? Everywhere. Everybody in tune. People in the chat. Yeah, man. And we just want to tell the people that we have an album out. Because this that we're playing is from an album called Under the Covers. And we have another album named Light of the World. So look, Anthony Cruz Reggae, and you see all the albums you want to see.
How can they be followed, man? On Instagram and Facebook.
Anthony Cruz Reggae, man. Anthony Cruz Reggae. Don't leave the reggae, because if you leave the reggae, you're going to get in trouble. You're rubbing on a Spanish guy. Yeah, so Anthony Cruz Reggae. Our social media platform, TikTok, same way. And just bless upon yourself. And we have so much work put on. And blind and fresh, brand new to come. So I just more music and more life. And pick up all the fans. I'm loving.
And this is on the Shan music label, right?
No, that's on Taz
Records. Okay, Taz Records.
Yeah.
So there you have it, ladies. Whenever you see Anthony Cruz perform anyway, go support the Brethren, because I tell you, the Brethren have a catalog to be loved. And he's a great human being. And like I said, like I mentioned earlier, that you don't hear about these things, but I have to highlight it. He's a firm believer in supporting community development, which he teamed up with NFL players and Kansas City Chief and other celebrities, and making his contribution to the less fortunate, which again, you don't hear about these things unless we highlight these things. So we wanted to big up still Anthony Cruz. Continued success, sir. And thank you for taking time out to share that with us here, because it was an anticipated interview that people were looking forward to hear you. And so now it's been delivered. So thank you, sir.
I'm big up yourself, man. I'm big up the station in a guy. I don't know, right across the world in a guy. See? Enough love. And just support you, man. See, now we have enough video on YouTube. Anthony Cruz Reggae. What about video we want to never see it? See? Enough stuff.
All right, everybody. Looking forward to see you in South Florida on the stage, yes, sir?
Yes, man. I mean, man. I can't stop.
All right, the General. Bless up, man. Anthony Cruz, the nephew of the late Garnet Silk, a singer, songwriter, producer, the nephew of Garnet Silk, and a soulful voice in classic attire. Many people refer to him as the most charismatic entertainer, Anthony Cruz. Good afternoon.